Welcome to Gamer Station Indie Game News, your place for the indie game news that you want without having to read anything. And I'm your host, Steven Snakeykin Lindsay. Here's some of the things that we were able to find out about the indie game world for the previous week. Miss Splosion Man Demo Playthrough. GameSpot was recently able to get a hold and watch Twisted Pixel play their upcoming game, Miss Splosion Man. The demo revealed a few new gameplay features, such as Miss Splosion Man being able to grab hold of zip lines, and her being able to go inside the only female scientist, Mandy, and her purpose in the game being all too similar to that donut guy in the first one. Also, you won't just be constrained to the lab this time around. You'll be going to a few different places to Splode! This will also include a world map with multiple directions that you can take in the game. I know I definitely can't wait to get a hold of this game whenever it does come out on XBLA sometime this year. Skullgirl's debut trailer. We previously told you about this game, but the footage we showed, well, it wasn't the best, as it was taken from people playing the game. Now that GDC is here, we have a new trailer, a release date of summer this year, and their website has a new look too. On their website is some info involving a few of the characters about the world and the game itself. So check out their site for all the info you can get on it now. Scrolls, the next game from the maker of Minecraft and Penny Arcade. Minecraft has been a huge success, and one that many probably didn't expect it to be. The guys over at Penny Arcade Comics are huge fans of the game, and they will be helping out with the writing for Mahjong's new game, Scrolls. Scrolls will be a CCG, collectible card game. So think of Magic. It will also have some elements of tabletop and board games. There will be both a single player and multiplayer matches available. More info will be coming out over time, and the game will be out later this year on Scrolls.com. Catapult for Hire trailer. To help celebrate that their game has entered alpha, Pixel Mega have released a trailer for their game Catapult for Hire. The game centers around Sir Nottingsworth, who has taken his rusty old catapult out of retirement and he's using it for some freelance catapultry work. Use the money you obtain to upgrade your catapult, castle, and to get new things to catapult. You can even expect to get some fishing out of this game too. No firm release date just yet, but it is planned to come out this year on PCs, Macs, and possibly handhelds. Unity Now for Android. For those that don't know, Unity is a free-to-use 3D game engine. It can create games for the major consoles, browsers, iOS systems, and now it can create games for Android devices. So if you're creating a game on the Unity engine and you'll think it'll work on the handheld area, then now you have one more option if you download the Android add-on. Superbrothers Swords and Sworcery EP trailer. Coming soon to the iOS is the upcoming game Superbrothers Swords and Sworcery EP. If you've been following the indie game world, perhaps you've heard about the game before. Perhaps at GDC last year, where it won IGF's Mobile Achievement in Arts. Anyways, the game is looking up, and I can't wait to be able to get it when it comes out soon. Dream.Build.Play 2011 now accepting registrations. Till May 17th, you can register yourself for free into this year's Dream.Build.Play competition. If you use XNA4, that is. After that, you'll have from that day till June 14th to submit your game. The top 4 winners will win a prize pot that collectively equals $75,000 and a possibility of having an XBLA publishing contract. Previous games that have won this include such games as Beat Hazard, Dust, and Elysian Tale, and last year's winner, Lumi. On August, the top 20 favorite games, as well as the winners, will be revealed. Spelunky on XBLA will have 4-player co-op. As some of you may know, the freeware game Spelunky is coming to the Xbox Live Arcade soon. It has recently been revealed that the game will feature a 4-player multiplayer co-op mode. As well as that, at GDC, it was revealed that the interface will be improved as well. One example provided was going to the shopkeeper who originally took a few button clicks to get the item needed, and there was a chance of angering the keeper. Now that will now only take one click. For more info involving the upcoming version, visit the link provided below. Create a game to stop teen dating violence. If you followed our website last year, when we still had one that was getting updated regularly, you might have heard us talking about the Life Love Game Design Challenge, or when we picked Grace's Diary, last year's winner, as a browser game of the week pick. That challenge is back this year, and it's the same as it was last year. Create a game that informs others about teen date violence. The game must be made in Flash and must be completed by May 29th. Winners will be announced on June 15th, and the grand prize winner will receive $3,500. So, game makers, get working. Team Meat discusses game development and announcements. We'll assume you know about Super Meat Boy and how hard the game is, and how I still haven't been able to finish the last level of the game just yet. Many may not think it, but creating the game itself was a constant strain on both members of Team Meat. At GDC, they talked about the drawing they experienced from trying to create their game for Microsoft's Fall Game Fest, how their bank accounts quickly were dwindling, and in the last 2 months, how they worked every day and neither of them slept longer than 5 hours. This also resulted in Tommy Rufinus, who's diabetic, to having unstable blood sugar, and sometimes missing meals unless his parents brought him one. When the game was launched, it was planned to be on the first spot in the Xbox dashboard, but it was pushed back on it. There were many turmoils for Team Meat, but they seem to love Steam. As well as game development hell, they also revealed that the Wii version of their game is now officially cancelled. They're going to be working on something on the 3DS, maybe Meat related, maybe not. And lastly, an Ultra Edition of the game will be released on April for $20. So if you haven't gotten it because you don't like using credit cards online, then you now don't have an excuse. Humble Indie Bundle creators at GDC. If you've been following the indie game movement, in fact, possibly even if you haven't been following it, you probably heard of the Humble Indie Bundle. It was 2 different bundles that were sold last year and featured several indie games, as well as some of the money going towards charities that a person could pay whatever they wanted to get those games. At GDC, it was revealed that the idea actually came from Steam, where they bundle several games together for cheap. They also talked about how not just the viral press helped them, but also the design of the site and how easy it was for people to purchase the bundle. Sadly though, about 25% of the bundles were pirated. Likely though, the amount of generous payers outweighed the pirates, or those that ditched in only a penny or two. Another piece of advice given to PC indie developers out there is to include a Mac and Linux version of your game, as it just might double your sales. Inemeri, A Familiar World teaser trailer. Inemeri is the first game from the new indie game dev, November Software. Not a lot of details were revealed, but it is planned to be a free browser game and on the iOS device as well. The brief story for their game is currently only revealed as regaining consciousness in an eerie village on the verge of collapse. You sense a storm looming in the distance. How you got here is unknown, but you feel compelled to escape before it is too late. Explore this mysterious world with the help of your friends and create your own epic tale. We will tell you more about the game as we find out about it. Bit.Trip Flux released on WiiWare, beat on Steam. Released last week for WiiWare was the last entry in the Bit.Trip series, Bit.Trip Flux. The game has a Pong feel to it, where the player's goal is to reflect several different blocks as they approach. The game features co-op, and you can get it for 800 Wii points. As well as that, Bit.Trip Runner, originally only on WiiWare, is now available for Steam. You can get it now for $8.99, but it will eventually be back at $9.99 sometime soon. Hot Spring Story released. Kairosoft, the studio behind Game Story Dev, has recently released their newest sim game, Hot Spring Story. You're in charge of a Japanese hot spring, and it's up to you to lure guests in and make sure they are in hot spring nirvana. The interface used is very similar to Game Dev Story's interface. At least that's what I'm told. I haven't played that game yet. The game is available on the App Store for $3.99. First screenshots and video for Storm. Planned to be coming out sometime this year for the XBLA and PSN, not a lot has been shown for Storm. Last week, IGN was able to get a few screenshots and a video of Storm. Storm is a game about using different types of weather to nurture and grow your seeds. These seeds will turn into trees that will bear new seeds that will lead to completing a level. 2011 IGF winners are... To end this week's show, let's see who are the winners from this year's IGF. Norvo Award, Nidhogg. Excellence in Visual Art, Bit.Trip Runner. Excellence in Audio, Amnesia The Dark Descent. Design, Desktop Dungeon. Best Student Game, Fract. Technical Excellence, Amnesia The Dark Descent. Best Mobile Game, Hellsing's Fire. Audience Award, Minecraft. Direct to Drive Vision Award, Amnesia The Dark Descent. Samus McNally Grand Prize, Minecraft. Minecraft also won at the Game Developers Choice Award for Best Downloadable Game, Best Debut Game, and the Innovation Award. Limbo won Best Visual Arts, and Cut the Rope won Best Handheld Game. Congrats to all of the winners.